Y'all still over there talking about that slap? Y'all know the slap. That slap that briefly disrupted that Russian-Ukraine war. The people in Russia was over there like, dang, slap the shit. Oh, slap that was heard around the world. That slap that briefly adjusted Chris Rock's jaw. Y'all heard it. Enough now. We got to move on from that. Speaking of slapping, why don't y'all on slap that tap button since y'all like touching things? Speaking of touching things, did y'all hear about that Cuba Gooding touching on every damn thing? And all them women's out there? He touching all the women's out. I'm saying to myself, now Cuba, why you ain't keep that in Hollywood? You bringing it down to New York. Mike Tyson already done had that covered though in the 90s. We don't need to retro that. We don't need to retro that, Cuba. You don't need to come down to New York touching the feeling. Mike done did that through the 90s. Enough now. Move on. There's a lot of things we gotta move on from, people. Touching people, slapping people, we ain't got to be doing all that. We got to move on now. One thing I learned about that slap, though, is grace. Chris Rock handled that situation like with grace, now. He did it with grace. Now, I don't know if Will slapped him in the chin, the eye, the nose, I don't know where he slapped, but I tell you, he took that slap with grace. And that's what we got to learn here today, folks. Be gracious. Because that damn slap, I don't even want to talk about it no more. That thing was crazy now. Y'all got to forgive me now. I was over there laughing so hard my nose was running. I ain't want to show that on camera. Everybody think everything is COVID. Yeah? Sit there, you break out on your hives, it's COVID. Your damn fingernails got white blotches on it, it's COVID. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Got to do better than that. COVID ain't everything, huh? Nose is running, I'm laughing so hard at that slap. I need to stop. Hey, let's move on now. I really don't know what's going on now. I'm over there laughing. Listen, I can't hold it together for some reason. I'm trying to stay in this thing, but I'm just laughing. There's going to be a whole lot of shits and giggles, I see. I'm trying to get through this. I had something in mind to see, but I just can't hold it together right now. I got the giggles and... We got to move on from that slap now. We gotta keep talking about that, how to make a whole bunch of gibbling and giggling. I'm gonna hold it together now. I'm telling you, Chris Rock got a lawsuit on that now. If he decides to go farther with it, he gonna make sure he gets a piece of the pie. I know I would. Just saying. It's embarrassing. It sure is. I mean, I can't keep it together on this joint now. You know what? Sweetfoot signing off.